Hi folks, welcome again to the channel. Juan here from Physical Media EU. Today we're going to review this Steelbook case release from Everything Everywhere All at Once. Hello again and thanks for tuning in. As I was saying, today we're going to review this Steelbook case release of Everything Everywhere All at Once. So let's take a look first at this release. I hope that you can see it well here, but if not, and as usual, I will post detailed pictures of this release on Instagram, which has the same handle, Physical Media EU. So this release features this C card here, which you can see has some details about this release. This is a release from Germany, so the text in the back is in German. Besides that, it has several technical details about the release, but we'll talk about those in a little bit. Here you can see the clean cover, and on the back the wobbly eyes that you can also see in my t-shirt today. So moving on, let's open the case, and here we are presented with both discs, the 4K and the Blu-ray, or the Blu-rays, and the 4K is actually the bottom one. And here you can see on the spine also you have the title. So this is a Steelbook case. You can see just regular Steelbook case, but it is very nice. I can say the quality of the print is actually very nice. It features this poster here on the bottom. You can see the A24 logo. Moving on, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Even though it was released in May of last year, it really had a very big bump in February of this year, 2023, because of the Oscars, where they won in most of the major awards, including Best Director, Best Movie, Best Actress, and Best Supporting Role Actress and Best Supporting Role Actor. So they really had like a popularity boost because of those things. Of course, a lot of people were talking about how this movie was going to make a very good run at the Oscars, and I'm very happy it did, coming from a studio that I like so much as A24. A little bit later in this video we'll talk about other releases, but what you need to know is that by the time this release came out, there had been other 4K releases in the US for a while, but they were pretty standard, with the exception of the Walmart limited edition, which had a slipcover that was actually very nice, also with the goggly eyes, but nothing too special in that end. And then this Steelbook release came out in Germany and France, and a lot of people from the US were rushing to buy it and import it. Both in Amazon France and Germany, it sold out, but this one actually came back. So I will leave a link in the description if you like it. It's an affiliate link, so if you buy through it, it helps support this channel. But just so you know that this right now is back in stock, it's a very nice release to have. So talking about picture quality of the movie, this release has the Blu-ray and the 4K Blu-ray, and I have to say that there's not a lot of difference between those two in this for this movie, actually, I would say, because it's the same for the other US releases. It's a very good Blu-ray, and you don't see so much difference with the 4K, with the exception of some scenes where there are like some shades of blue, and in other scenes there are some shades of red that actually shine more because of the HDR process. But for the rest of the movie, it actually, or at least I couldn't see such a big difference. So the 4K, I think it's very nice to have, but if you have a Blu-ray, I think you're not missing out that much. On top of that, all the extras are only in the Blu-ray, and the 4K is straight the movie. So in that sense, also is a plus for the Blu-ray. But for the 4K, it has Dolby Vision, which is always nice to have if you have a setup that can support it, and it has also Dolby Atmos audio track on both discs. So that's actually a very nice thing, because it's a very nice audio track. This particular version is the German release, and So on top of the English audio track, you also have the German audio track. The original audio of the movie, the original language, is in English with some parts in Cantonese. So I would say that even though one can understand English well, you still need subtitles for the Cantonese parts, at least in my case. So that's something that you want to pay attention if you're gonna buy a release that is not from your region that might have subtitles in other languages. This one has subtitles in German, but luckily it also has subtitles for audio impaired in English. So that's a big plus. So even though this release, as I said, the back of this C card is in German. The same with the menu of both of the discs. Those texts are in German, but luckily the content of the movie is in English, and you have, in addition, English subtitles. On the other hand, the extras only have subtitles in German, but they are fully in English. So in that case, if you are fluent in English, you just don't need those. And as I was saying, the extras come only on the Blu-ray disc. Talking about extras, for being a new movie, I think the amount of extras that this has is very, very good. It features behind the scenes extra, which is like around 40 minutes. So that's like a lot of extra content, I think. But besides that, it has deleted scenes and some like kind of like goofy videos or bloopers, funny videos of how you want to call it, from the making of the movie. That's another around 10 minutes. And then it has like little promo videos or like very short interviews with actors and actresses from the film. That's another 15 minutes extra that it has, and then some trailers and little stuff like that. But in general, you get more than an hour of extra content in the extras, which is great again for a new film. So by the time I got this one, as I was saying before, there were not many releases out there. By the time I got this one, I think the two more interesting ones was this one, and was also a media book, also a German release. In my particular case, since the media book featured, it has like a little book of course, where all the text was also in German. In my case, I don't read German, I cannot understand it. I thought that it was not the best case for me. I'm also like not super big fan of media books, so I said, okay, I will go to the Steelbook. I'm actually very happy with the decision. But the content of the discs actually is the same content, so that it was going to be the same. It's just the presentation of the box. But that was at the time that I bought this. More recently, Nova from South Korea, they presented their version of Everything Everywhere All at Once, and actually it's three versions that they presented where the content is the same. You kind of choose the different cases, but I have to say those versions actually look amazing. Especially there's one that has a lenticular case. It looks amazing. You can see here on the screen I put some of these releases so you can compare, but I think they look great. The downside of this is, again, this comes from South Korea, so you have to be expecting expensive shipping and most likely import tax, because their checkout actually doesn't have EU VAT. So that will get added once the item reaches the customs here in your country in EU. And some courier companies actually charge a fee for adding the tax to the product. So it can make the price balloon a little too much in my opinion. Still, I think those releases are super nice, but you have to be mindful of the final price, because you can get a surprise when the mailman comes with a bill. So that's all for the review. I hope you have enjoyed. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. In addition, you're welcome to follow on Instagram with the same handle, Physical Media EU. You can see up here. And I would love to hear in the comments what do you think of the video, what do you think of the movie, if you have it, of which version you have, or if you have any favorite release that you would like to get. So thank you so much for watching, and see you all at Okie Dogs.